Welcome to Motivation Compilation.
A spark of light, a guiding station in the heart of every compilation motivation.
Download free and be inspired.
Download free files and be motivated.
Like and subscribe to my channel for watching new interesting videos.
Why worldwide dance is useful for you. My name is Michael Smith, and I'm 30 years old, living in Los Angeles, California. If you told me a year ago that dance, yes, dance, would change my life, I would have laughed. But here I am, writing this story to explain how joining a worldwide dance movement turned out to be one of the most enriching experiences of my life. It started on an ordinary Monday evening. Work had been a drag, and I felt stuck in the monotony of a corporate 9 to 5. My coworker Jenna kept talking about these online dance challenges she was into. It's not just about the moves, she said. It's about the people, the energy, and feeling connected to something bigger than yourself. At first I brushed it off, thinking that's not my thing. But one evening, curiosity got the better of me. I clicked on a trending TikTok dance hashtag, and suddenly I was watching people from all over the world dancing to the same song, each with their unique spin. A guy in Japan, a family in Brazil, a group of friends in South Africa. It wasn't just entertaining, it was inspiring. How was it that all these people, separated by thousands of miles, could share the same moment of joy through dance? The first step, trying something new. I decided to give it a shot. Standing alone in my living room, I found a simple beginner dance challenge. It was awkward at first. My feet moved in the wrong directions and my timing was way off. But something surprising happened. I laughed. Not at myself, but from the sheer joy of moving. For the first time in months, I felt alive. Have you ever tried something completely outside your comfort zone and felt an unexpected spark of happiness? Building confidence through practice. What started as a one-time experiment turned into a nightly ritual. I'd come home, clear a space in my living room, and tackle a new dance challenge. The more I practiced, the more confident I became, not just in my dancing but in myself. I started to feel lighter, more energized, and ready to take on other challenges in life. Connection without borders. What really blew me away was the sense of community. I started posting my dance attempts online, and people from different countries began commenting. A guy from Italy shared tips on perfecting my footwork. A woman from India tagged me in a duet video where she mirrored my moves. These weren't just random interactions. They were genuine connections with people I would never have met otherwise. Why worldwide dance is different. Dancing with people from around the globe taught me something profound. No matter where we're from, we all share the same desire for joy, creativity, and connection. It's more than just learning choreography. It's a celebration of culture and humanity. Through dance, I've been exposed to music styles I'd never heard before and moves rooted in traditions I knew nothing about. It's like traveling the world without ever leaving your home. Have you ever felt like you were part of something bigger than yourself? Better me. 1 year later, I'm not the same person I was when I first hit play on that TikTok hashtag. I'm healthier, physically and mentally. Dancing has become my stress reliever, my workout, and my creative outlet. But more importantly, it's taught me to embrace new experiences and connect with others in ways I never thought possible. So why is worldwide dance useful for you? Because it's not just about the moves. It's about the journey. It's about breaking out of your routine, finding your rhythm, and connecting with a global community that reminds you that you're never truly alone. And who knows? You might just discover a version of yourself you didn't know existed. I've realized that the joy of dance doesn't stop with the moves. It extends far beyond, weaving its way into every part of my life. Over time, dancing became more than just a hobby. It became a way to understand myself, to embrace life's ups and downs, and to connect with others in ways I never thought possible. Through this journey, I've learned some of the most important lessons of my life. One of them is to let go of perfection. When I started dancing, I was obsessed with getting every move right. But the more I danced, the more I realized that the beauty of it wasn't in perfection. It was in the freedom to move, to express, to be vulnerable. That freedom carried over into my daily life. I stopped trying to control everything and began embracing the unpredictability of life. And you know what? That's when the magic started happening. Another lesson was about resilience. Learning a new routine wasn't always easy. There were moments when I felt frustrated, like I'd never get it right. But every time I pushed through, I discovered something about myself, that I'm capable of more than I think. That resilience seeped into other areas of my life. At work, I started approaching challenges with a new mindset. Instead of shying away from tough tasks, I faced them head-on, knowing that persistence would lead to progress. The connections I've built through dance are perhaps the most profound part of this experience. Meeting people from different cultures, learning their stories, and sharing laughs and encouragement has reminded me that we're all more alike than we are different. A duet with a stranger from halfway across the world isn't just a fun collaboration. It's a reminder that creativity and joy are universal languages. And now, every time I see a comment from someone saying they started dancing because of me, I feel this deep sense of purpose. It's a reminder that small actions can inspire meaningful change. Physically, I'm in the best shape of my life, but the mental transformation has been even greater. I found a way to manage stress, channel my energy, and even enhance my creativity. Dancing has taught me that movement isn't just physical, it's emotional and spiritual. It's about letting your soul speak when words aren't enough. A year ago, I never would have believed that I'd be leading a local dance group or hosting virtual sessions for people who want to get started. But here I am, sharing this passion with others and watching them grow through it too. One of my favorite moments was when a friend told me, "You've made me see exercise and self-expression in a whole new light." That's what dance is for me. A way to blend joy, connection, and wellness into something transformative. Now, when I look back at where I started, I feel grateful, not just for the decision to try something new, but for everything that followed. This journey has shown me that change doesn't have to be monumental. Sometimes all it takes is a single step in a new direction. So, if you've been hesitant to try something that sparks your curiosity, I encourage you to take that leap. Whether it's dancing, painting, or learning an instrument, the rewards go far beyond the skill itself. You'll discover parts of yourself you didn't know existed, connect with people who inspire you, and gain a sense of fulfillment that's hard to put into words. Dance has taught me to live fully, to embrace life's rhythm, and to trust that every step, no matter how small or clumsy, has the power to lead to something beautiful. It's not just about moving to the music. It's about moving through life with courage and joy. And now, as I finish writing this, I have just one question for you. What's stopping you from taking that first step toward something that could change your life? How dance helped my friend overcome depression. Dancing didn't just transform my life. It also made me realize how powerful it can be for others. One of the most incredible experiences I've had was watching my best friend, Sarah, use dance to pull herself out of one of the darkest periods in her life. Her journey reminded me of the strength we can find in the simplest things, and it's a story I feel compelled to share. A little over a year ago, Sarah wasn't in a good place. She'd always been the most energetic, cheerful person I knew, the kind of friend who could light up a room just by walking into it. But after going through a tough breakup and losing her job in the same month, her spark seemed to fade. She withdrew from our group, stopped answering calls, and spent most of her days in bed. When I finally managed to visit her, she told me she felt like a failure. "I don't even know who I am anymore," she said. I knew she needed help, but Sarah was reluctant to see a therapist. "It's too expensive," she said, brushing off the idea. I didn't want to push her, so instead I decided to share something that had helped me. Dancing. First she laughed. "Dancing. I have zero rhythm," she said, rolling her eyes. But I convinced her to try just one simple TikTok routine with me. "Think of it as a distraction," I told her. "Just a few minutes. No pressure." I still remember that first session. We stood in her tiny living room, music playing softly from my phone. Sarah hesitated, standing stiffly as I walked her through the steps. It wasn't perfect, far from it, but halfway through she cracked a smile. By the time we finished, we were both laughing, out of breath but lighter somehow. It was the first time I'd seen her smile in weeks. After that, I started visiting her regularly, and dancing became our thing. It wasn't just about the moves. It was about creating moments of joy in a space that had felt so heavy. Sarah began looking forward to our sessions. "When are we dancing next?" she'd text me, a small but significant shift in her tone. Little by little, I saw her energy returning. She started talking about other things she wanted to try, things she'd given up on because of her depression. One day, Sarah called me out of the blue, her voice full of excitement. "I posted one of our dances on TikTok," she said. I was surprised. This was the same person who used to shy away from social media, worried about how she'd be perceived. But now she was putting herself out there, embracing the imperfection of it all. And you know what? People loved it. Comments poured in, cheering her on and sharing similar stories of how dancing had helped them through tough times. What amazed me the most was how dancing started replacing the things that had once felt like crutches. Sarah confessed that she used to spend hundreds of dollars on online therapy sessions she didn't feel connected to. "I'm not saying dancing is a replacement for professional help," she told me, "but it gave me something I hadn't felt in a long time: hope." Instead of spending money on therapists she didn't resonate with, she found healing in movement, connection, and community. Sarah's TikTok account grew, and with it came a sense of purpose. She started creating videos specifically to help others struggling with depression, sharing beginner-friendly routines and tips for using dance as a way to cope. Watching her blossom into this confident, vibrant person was like seeing the old Sarah again, but even stronger. One evening, as we sat in her now brighter apartment, she said something that stuck with me. "You know, dancing didn't just save me money, it saved me. It gave me a reason to get up, to move, to laugh. It reminded me that I'm still here, still capable of feeling joy." Her words brought tears to my eyes because I knew exactly what she meant. Today, Sarah is thriving. She landed a new job, one she's passionate about, and she's even teaching a local dance class on weekends. Her sessions are full of people who were drawn to her story, inspired by the way she turned her struggles into something beautiful. Looking back, I realize that what started as a few awkward dance moves in her living room became so much more. It became a lifeline, a way to reconnect with herself and the world around her. It didn't fix everything overnight, but it gave her the strength to take the first steps toward healing. If there's one thing Sarah's story taught me, it's this: sometimes the simplest things can have the most profound impact. Whether it's dancing, painting, or just taking a walk outside, finding a way to move through your struggles, literally and figuratively, can make all the difference. So, if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, I encourage you to try something new. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to do it alone. Find a friend, turn on some music, and take that first step. Who knows? You might just discover a new rhythm to life, one that brings you closer to joy, connection, and yourself.
Thank you for watching.
Congratulations! You've listened to a useful story and are now receiving 101 motivational coins and PDF files.